I guess I got to be the one who finally asked this question to all of these women who are so hurt by what Kevin Samuels said to these women who would call into his show. I don't believe that Kevin Samuels was calling random people and just hurting their feelings like a prank call. I believe people, men and women, and I believe when men got tired of hearing that shit, they stopped calling. But women continued to call and call and call and call, knowing exactly what they were going to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you who are sitting back talking about this man and his death, talking about his attitude and what he said and how he said it, and the fact that he hurt so many women's feelings and all of that stuff, how in the world can y'all care so much more about these people's feelings than they cared about their own feelings? Had you even thought about that shit? Because they knew after a certain point, after about a month or two after that chick's video ran where he told the girl she was average at best, she was a 5, maybe a 6. After that ran, everybody knew who he was, and they continued to call, and they continued to call, and they continued to call. And it was acceptable to them as long as they got their attention. So to all of you women who are sitting back rejoicing over the fact that this man is gone and dead, how about you start checking the people who keep these platforms going by continuing to call in and be interviewed by these people who are so-called hurting their feelings? How about y'all start living with this word called accountability? Because you know what? For 3 years, this man was almost exclusively interviewing men. And I just found this out. Almost exclusively interviewing men the exact same way and crushing their spirits and doing the very same thing. And then one woman decided to give it a try. And another woman decided to give it a try. Give it a try. And now all of a sudden, all women were calling because they didn't care, y'all. They didn't care about having their feelings hurt. They wanted that moment. They wanted that moment of clout. They wanted that moment with their face on the screen or their voice being heard or whatever the case may be. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the world of social media. Attention overrides everything. So how in the world can you care so much about these people's feelings when they knew the animal that they were dialing up and they decided to continue dialing that animal up? They knew exactly what this person was getting into and they kept doing it. If you can't swim and you decide to jump your fucking ass in the 8 feet of the pool, you do not have to show how disgusting you are just because you can. Because if you ever thought about shit with common sense, ladies and gentlemen, this is loose change. Loose change is it's a play on words for common sense. Use common sense. That's all you have to do. All you have to do anytime, anywhere, apply common sense. If you know that you can't goddamn swim, why in the fuck would you jump in on the deep end? If you know this man is going to destroy you, why in the world would you call? Show off.